So I got my selenite, I got my tea. We just got out of a meeting. We're gonna get another meeting soon. But I'm about to do the declaration of non-consent real quick. I'll see y'all in there. All right, the declaration of non-consent. We are the source from all source. We are sovereign. We are free. The following is to be declared in effect via the spoken word. This is my declaration of freedom from all control, AI beings, and authority structures that interfere and harm against my sovereign free will. Let it be known that I withdraw consent. I terminate all contracts of agreements concluded by third parties regarding myself and herewith return all liabilities and karmic implications to the contracting parties on all levels, dimensions, time, and timelessness. I withdraw consent to having any human being, living organism, machine, entity, person, corporation, secret group, where their representatives, their superiors, their employers, their on and off world allies, or anyone working for or with any of the above to spy, to look into, or in any way invade my privacy or watch for any harmful reason. Privacy is defined as my own unique personal life experience. I revoke, I withdraw, and I retract all harmful agreements for all my bodies, parts, fragments, atoms, DNA cells, etheric essences, and entirety of being as an entire universe that I am, on all levels, dimensions, times, cycles of times, past, present, future, on all levels of existence, for all my bodies, from the core being of the one that I am, to all my bodies across all universes, even in the folds of time and space where much is attempted to be in hiding. Each experience of my being is for my personal growth and development. It is not for corporations to seek profit from. They are not to be manipulated and controlled by any person, entity, corporation, government, religion, machine, being except myself. These experiences, which are part of my unique life experience, cannot be used by any other human being, entity, corporation, group, and any other example of someone or something that is not myself in any way that creates money and or capital for profit or control, whilst demeaning, degrading, or negatively affecting my living being. The monetization and collateralization of my personal energy and personal being, myself, for the purpose of buying, selling, and owning or controlling is forbidden and banned on under any terminology, language, contract that has been in being and is used to control, manipulate my personal energy and being. The monetization and collateralization of my personal human body, which houses my unique DNA, that is my private domain, for the purpose of buying, selling, controlling, or owning is forbidden and banned. The buying, selling, and owning and trading of my soul energy, my unique human body, on or by any stock exchange, financial institution, corporation, government, religious organization in this world or any other world is expressly forbidden and banned. The buying, selling, and owning of trading of my unique and personal DNA, energy, physical body, consciousness, anywhere in any universe, dimensional, astral level, time, or world is forbidden and banned. The harvesting of my energy by any group, organization, corporation, government, religious sect, astral entity, galactic being, or anyone who is not myself is now forbidden, banned, and barred. Whatever the form it takes, my energy is my own creation, and I do not consent to having it harvested for others to use or to profit from. Such buying, selling, and controlling amounts to slavery, and this is forbidden and banned by me under my own sovereign free will and law that I impose. I withdraw consent to the use of nanotechnology, parasites, or any other type of infectious diseases or infectious technology whatsoever, whensoever, wheresoever, now in the past, present, future, or shit, whensoever, now in the past, present, or future, to be used on my human physical body or mind or consciousness or soul whilst I'm living here on earth or in any places in and outside of space and time wherein such forces can influence one's being. I withdraw consent to any type of mind control, the use of intelligent technology, implants, physical, etheric, or astral living or non living, to be used in my living being, my physical body, my ethereal body, my electromagnetic body, my astral body, my cosmic body, my consciousness, my soul body, which could possibly have any harmful effects upon my physical body, my mind, my consciousness, or soul in any way. I withdraw consent to the external creation of dreams when I'm asleep. I withdraw consent to any type of human being, corporation, government, religion, entity, machine, dimensional being, entity, during my consciousness on any level, at any time ever, if the intention is to bring harm into myself or in level and harm into another entity. I withdraw consent to any type of frequency wave being used, currently being used, historically used, to target my clearly designated unique human physical, etheric, or astral bodies, my DNA, my cells, my mind, my consciousness, or my soul in any way that is negative. This includes any type of exotic, secret, or covert Earth-based and off-world based technology, which includes locations on the moon, asteroids, or other undisclosed places being used, that projects pulses, sorcery beings, or any way in any known frequency which has been seen to be detrimental to the human body, mind, consciousness, or soul. I withdraw consent to the use and effects of fluoride in the drinking water, in addition to genetically modifying the food grown and sold for human consumption. I withdraw consent to aerosol sprays being placed in the air that I breathe, nor to programming being inserted in the music I listen to. I withdraw consent and do not accept any programming placed in the audio and video images I'm exposed to. I withdraw consent to the negative manipulation of the weather and to the poisoning of the earth because I know that these acts are harmful and unhealthy to myself and to others. I withdraw consent to the use of psychics, black occult magicians, archons, demons, and negative spirits, or any entities using mental energies or any other forms of frequency or harm attack against my living bodies, beings, or being, or using my bodies to inflict harm upon others. I withdraw consent to exotic machine-like robotic technology, either physically, etherically, or astrally implanted, used in any way to track, alter, torment, attack, abuse, infect, or harm my body, my mind, my consciousness, my astral body, or my soul at any time, any place, for any reason. I withdraw consent to any type of deception being used, currently used, or historically used, that creates any negative outcomes at any time, anywhere, for any reason, which creates any negative outcomes concerning the health and welfare of my own personal body, mind, consciousness, or soul, also known as my personal living being or my free will, my prosperity, my wealth, my happiness, also described as my life. By my name, I'm using my sovereign and lawful will and intention to declare an order that no energetic can deceive me personally in any way that affects me harmfully or negatively, no treating me by any human being, corporation, government, religion, entity, machine, whether on this planet or off this planet, is valid if that contract or treaty would in any way affects my life, my mind, my body, my consciousness, or soul in any measurable, negative, and harmful way. No treaty made by anyone, anywhere, is valid if it collaterally affects my living and breathing being, my life, my happiness, my prosperity in a harmful or negative way without my full and comprehensive and transparent consent to said or stated treaty, even if I personally am not party to such a treaty. This includes all corporate treaties, all contracts, as well as any treaties or contracts considered to be off-world and or interdimensional. And for me, that means like being brutally assaulted. Like I didn't give consent, but then that also means that it doesn't affect me in a negative way as I once thought it did, that I don't have to destroy my life because of that. I remove all prior, because like this is interdimensional, galactic thing. It is far deeper than this flesh is. It is far deeper than time is. Like this is the old and stuff, I guess, for lack of a better phrase. Anywho, I remove all prior consent to deception, harm, enslavement, or control of my living being, my physical body, my ethereal body, my electric, my night body, my astral body, my conscious, and my soul body on any and all levels. That. That's any and all levels is what this is pretty much claiming consent for. Any previous consents or contracts perceived to be any previous contracts or perceived consent through any form of tacit or assumed consent is now completely null and void, forbidden and banned upon all levels of existence. All contracts made during any of my previous on or off-world incarnations that involve gross deception, gross violation, trickery, mind control, black occult sorcery practices are all here and now made permanently null and void. Woo! I'm getting goosebumps, y'all. No contract I have signed or agreed to, either in writing or as assumed tacit agreement, as concerns incarnations in any way, shape, or form upon this earth is valid, regardless of any perceived amount of time, space, dimensional, physical, or otherwise, has transpired since that original contract agreement was begun, because we do make agreements before we incarnate here on earth. And like, past lives, karmic stuff, we have these things already set in motion by the time we get down here, but this is us drawing that with quick consent and taking our power back, because this power never left us. It was always ours. It is always yours. Just claim this. If any of my previous consents or contracts which I was party involved me being under duress and or were made as a result of deception, they are all now deemed invalid. That means that they don't fucking make sense. They don't work. If any of my previous consents or contracts involve intentions of using me to serve another selfish agenda or purpose, they are all now invalid. Any person, being, corporation, government, religion, entity, machine, consciousness that wishes to have any contracts, agreements, or treaties with me, my living being, my physical body, my ethereal body, my electromagnetic body, my astral body, my consciousness, my cosmic body, or soul body, must do so in complete transparency, with every single piece of that contract consent explained in full detail, with absolutely no missing information or obligations left unstated or unexplained, and must be written out in full with my fully conscious approval and wet ink signature. Public notice to Earth's criminal harm-inducing appointed caretakers or leaders, including earthly visitors whom are their supporters and superiors, and any being, entity, corporation, government, religion, machine, or person aligned anywhere with any of these beings. If any such things as listed above are being done or ever were done, then those acts occur without my consent and will be considered deception and are void and null. All tacit or presumed consent by me for any act of doing done by another person, entity, being, etc., that affects me in any way that I perceive as negative, harming, or controlling my free will, whatsoever, whensoever, wheresoever, is now hereby permanently removed, challenged, and denied. It is denied to any and all beings or entities unless a current contract or treaty has been negotiated with me personally. Notice to agent is notice principal. Notice of principal is notice to agent. No further notice is deemed necessary. This is now both written and recorded on this planet Earth Gaia upon all world dimensional universal records. If any human entity, being, government, religion, corporation, group from this planet Earth Gaia, any dimension, any universe, any perceived other level of existence wishes to form any contract, agreements, or treaties with me, they must do so face to face in this physicality that my human body resides in on this planet, in full acknowledgement and agreement of my free will to choose to do so, only under the agreements written in this declaration. So don't be a punk, come up to me straight up, face to face. Like, come on. I have the right to my own sovereign free will to change, update, or modify this declaration at any time. That covers all of our boundaries, all of our positions, all of our possibilities. We are sovereign, we are free. Let's get this day. Bye, guys.